Welcome to the weekly Mahjong clinic. In this clinic, we're reviewing the basics, tips, and strategies all about Mahjong, and I will demonstrate using ilovemahj as we try a few games. Tonight we are talking about observation with tips on how to become a better observer. I'm so glad you're here. Type it in the comments below or email me any questions and I'll be sure to answer. We are playing on ilovemahj. After the topic, please put in the comments what you would do different. We are all learning and growing together as Mahjong players. Be sure to connect with me, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you know when I post new videos and I go live. Please be sure to give me thumbs up for those videos you enjoy and so that YouTube knows that you are enjoying Mah Jongg Class channel. Be sure to share with your Mahjong friends, hit the share button, and share the videos that you think would help out a fellow Mahjong friend to either help clarify a topic or maybe give them a tip or strategy for their game. Please put in the comments below anything you'd like to share with me all about Mahjong, whether it's a comment about the video or something you've noticed in your game or a topic you'd like me to cover. I'll be sure to answer all your comments in the future. Thank you for always engaging with me and adding those comments, and I love that you share your thoughts with me about Mahjong. I love hearing from you. It means the world to me that you show up each week and give me your love and support for our Mah Jongg Class channel. It helps this channel grow and helps us create more tutorials and education for free all about Mahjong. Thank you again. You may want to choose to become a channel member with a small monetary donation. You can click join next to the subscribe button and choose from the 3 levels that are presented on the member channel. I would love it if you could join, but you have already helped me out by subscribing. So be sure to use the free ways to support me by again subscribing, thumbs up, sharing, and commenting so YouTube knows that you like Mah Jongg Class channel. Please consider becoming a channel member and thank you again. We're still looking for our Mahjong friends in Alaska and Hawaii, and we're still searching for them. We have not found them. There was a woman who contacted me by leaving a comment that she was in Hawaii on military duty, but she is now in a different state. So I'm looking for a current member in Hawaii and Alaska. So if you are that person, please put it in the comments. We're just looking for 2 more states and we will have all 50 states represented. Let's head on over to our topic and let's learn and grow together as Mahjong players. People watching, the art of observing. Observing is not the same as seeing. Seeing is a passive activity. For example, when you drive in the car to go to work or to a store, you're looking around and you're seeing things out in the world. But you're rarely looking for anything specific or noting down any information to use at a later time. Observation, however, is the process of paying attention intently and actively, and also gathering information on a specific thing that you're looking at and using it to help you make decisions. Observation skills are extremely important in Mahjong, as without them you're likely to miss key information and make less well-informed decisions during the gameplay. Practice training your brain to observe, to remember more about people you play with and the various situations that occur during the game. You want to pick up on details that you might not otherwise see or that you might miss. By assessing these observations, it will help you become a better Mahjong player and understand what others are playing, and maybe even help you understand things you should not do in your Mahjong game. Helps you be more informed about conclusions about other players and solve problems more effectively when they arise. In turn, this will improve your game by being more aware of what you are doing in your game and other fellow players. I've come up with 8 tips to help you become better observant. Know your subject. That means learning the Mahjong game, how it traditionally flows, and be clear on the rules that are in the Mahjong Made Easy book on the National Mahjong League site. Number 2, slow your mind and pace. Don't slow the game down, but however, slow your mind, focus, and give the game your undivided attention with the other 3 players. Cut out the mental chatter and look outward to the game. Try taking a deep breath. It's one of my things I love to do in general in life. You just inhale and exhale, and do that a couple times, and it helps you focus and stops the mental chatter. Spend a few minutes observing maybe what's around you, and then notice any changes, and then focus on what's going on at hand in the game. Be sure to watch body language and chatter at the table. Observe people. Be a good listener. It's very important to see how people are presenting themselves. You can gain a lot of information. Pay attention how people speak, what verbal cues they give. Watch people's facial expressions, how they place their hands, where they put their tiles, how they have their legs, how they have their arms. It also exhibits open or closed body language. Learn by observing, and I have a whole video on observation. You can click on body language and you'll find that if you do the search bar. Watch your colleagues and notice what they do well and how you can improve your game on what they do. One way to develop this skill of observing is going somewhere new, and you might be filled with excitement and wonder, so you'll be looking around and make sure you observe, which makes you look closer and focus on those around you. Number 4, eliminate distractions. Be sure that you can shut off your cell phone and focus. Try not to have notes on the side or side conversations. Focus on what others are doing and what you are doing in your game. Don't be looking at the next table or trying to have a conversation with the people at another table, and try not to maybe look out the window too much, because then that distracts you from your game. Number 5, try new things. Often people challenge themselves with games to sharpen their mental state. Crossword puzzles, Wordle, and things of the same. You are already playing Mahjong, which is a great mental challenge for you, and it's a good thing for your brain. Most of your observations will develop by past information that you gain through your games, and offer insight and also conclusions that maybe in the past were not obvious the more you play. Your brain is already ahead of the game because you're playing Mahjong. Number 6, sharpen your mind, improve your memory. Memory is a huge part of Mahjong, looking to recall the past and details of what each person did. Try to increase your short-term memory by trying to keep track of the tiles being passed around in the Charleston, or what a player has discarded on each turn. And repeat the list in your head so that you can keep your short-term memory sharp. These are good ways to improve your observation and improve your memory. Good memory skills help people learn from their mistakes and become more adaptable. Number 7, journaling. Although it is not traditionally known in Mahjong to journal or to take notes during a game, however, you might want to think about your game after you've played and maybe make some notes or write down anything you can remember during the day. Analyze it later, and it will help improve your observation skills. Be sure to use all your senses if you can and write them down. Number 8, critical thinking. Observation is important for developing critical thinking, which helps people recognize and solve problems early. Weigh your options about going through the Charleston and when choosing a hand, prioritizing your discards, and thinking about the effects of discarding a tile or using a joker or doing a joker exchange. These are all tips for the art of observation. Consider them in your game and create better observation skills and become a better Mahjong player. So we're going to move on, and before we get into the games, I want to talk about MAH Mahjong. They have some great items that you might enjoy for your Mahjong games. They have beautiful mats that some have directions of play on them and matching tiles for beginners. It has some information on it. Some other mats have beautiful designs on them. They're coming out with a whole new holiday line that you might enjoy. So the mats are wonderful. I love them. They're neoprene, and the tiles slide nicely on them. They also have beautiful sets that go with each mat. Be sure to head on over to MAH and check it out. If you decide to purchase anything with your shopping, use your shopping discount code MAH Class, MAH J CLASS, class at 10% off. And also by putting that in, they let you know that I sent you there, so we can continue to use the 10% off code. So head on over to MAH and check out all their beautiful things on their site for sale. Also, we're going to be playing on ilovemahj. It's a great time to try it out, and you can get 21-day free trial if you use my code CB at registration. This lets them know I sent you there, and instead of getting 2 weeks, you'll get 3 weeks to try out. It's a great way to practice and to play with fellow friends. So head on over to ilovemahj, and we're going to do that just now. Let's head on there and play a few games and enjoy our afternoon of Mahjong. We're going to go to play game launch, play with bots, official game, and I'd like to play advanced. Let's start our game. Make sure you use the National Mahjong League 2024 card. We're going to sort by suit. We're going to look for our pairs. We have 2, 4, 2024. So let's go ahead and play that. And I think we'll also look at 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's hold all the evens and we'll get rid of the odds. We have a 5, 7, and 4. We'll keep the 4 and get rid of the north. We got a 4 and a 2. We'll hold on to the 2, get rid of the 9. I'm thinking we should play 2024 now. Let's get rid of 2, 4, 6, 8, so we get rid of the 8 and the 6. North 3 and 5, we don't need any of those. We can pass them along. Get rid of 5, 6, and 1. We're looking for 2, 4, 2024. We'll keep the 2. We'll get rid of the 7 and the 8, and I think we'll get rid of the green.
Courtesy pass.
We don't really need that. Let's take a look at the hands now. We don't need these last 3. We could take a look at the hands. Line number 1, you need the 2s all in one suit. Maybe we'll use the 2 bands. We don't have the white dragon, but we have the 2 and 4 the match. We can either do 2 dot, 4 dot, or 2 crack, 4 crack. Line number 2 requires 4 flowers, 2s with 4 white dragons, which we don't have, or 2 and 4 in dots. Line number 3, you need 2 flowers, 2024, which we can use in dots, and then 2s and 2s or 4s and 4s. We don't need the last 3, so we can prioritize our discards and start with the 7 to discard.
Seven dot, 4 bam, 1 bam, soap, 6 crack, green, 7 dot.
I'm not going to call for anything yet. I'm just going to let my hand develop.
North.
Now we have a pair of 3s. We can always change our hand. We have 3, 4. We'll look at what comes together.
2 crack, call, 8 crack.
Nice, we got a 4. Let's get rid of these 3s.
3 crack, 1 dot. West, 1 crack. 8 bam, 1 dot. North.
Make sure you pay attention for the joker exchanges. 7 bam, 2 crack.
Red, 3 crack, 5 crack, 1 crack, 7 dot.
We got our white dragon. Now we have to decide what to get rid of. I think we'll go with line number 1. We can play with the 2 bams, the 2 dots, 4 dots. So unfortunately we're gonna have to get rid of this flower and the 4 cracks. Let's start off with this 4 bam to get rid of.
4 bam, 2 bam.
Let's commit and we'll call for the 2 bams. And now we have to get rid of the flower and the 4 cracks. So we're gonna play line number 1.
Call. 4 crack, 5 dot. Soap.
Not gonna call it yet. I don't want to use my joker.
6 bam,
You're likely to pick it yourself.
7 crack, 5 dot. 8 dot. 3 bam.
Perfect, we got a 4 dot. Hand's looking good.
4 crack, 1 crack. Red. 4 bam. North. 1 crack. 9 dot. 6 crack. South. 7 crack. Red. 8 dot.
Oh, joker, that's perfect.
4 crack. 7 crack. 8 bam. 3 bam. 9 crack. Call. 7 crack.
So now we can't figure out what they're playing with just
9
1
dot.
exposure. Gonna get rid of the flower because we're halfway
Call.
through.
8 dot.
So now you can figure out what they're playing with 4 flowers and 9s. They could be playing any like numbers, line number 1, or 3, 6, 9, line number 6. 4 flowers, pair of 3s, pair of 6s, 3 9s, and opposite dragons.
Three dot. Red. 5 crack. 8
This hand
bam.
is coming nicely together. We can call for Mahjong with a 4 dot or a white dragon.
Green. Flower. 3 dot. 5 bam. 6 bam. 3 crack. 3 dot. West. Call. Flower.
They're playing east and west with a run of either 1, 2 or 3, 4 in 2 different suits. And there's our Mahjong. We have Mahjong. Yay for us.
Mahjong.
So let's take a look at everybody's hand. We want to look at Amstead. He has 4 flowers and he was playing any like numbers. And then we have Annie playing 5, 6, 7 consecutive run, line number 4, which is 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 in 2 different suits. And then we have Kurt playing Winds and Dragons, line number 3, east and west with 1, 2. I got 35 points because I picked it myself. The hand is worth 25 and we got additional 10 points. On to our next game. Sort by suit. We have fours. We can play 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm kind of liking like numbers with fours. We have a lot of fours. There's 2 hands that have 2 and 4 must always be in the same suit, but there's the line number 5, which has 2 and 8 in one suit, 4 and 6 in the other. And then there's line number 2 with 2 and 4 in one suit and 4 and 6 in another with opposite 8s. Let's get rid of the 2, the 6 crack, and the red in 2, 4, 6, 8. There's only one hand with dragons. That's line number 3, and it must be matching. Like numbers is looking good. I think at this point we'll do like numbers with fours. We could switch to 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 3 with matching dragon. Let's just stick with like numbers. Let's get rid of the 6 and the 8 and do all like numbers. And we'll keep the dragon in case we play line number 2.
Second Charleston.
We have 3 to get rid of. Up there's those 8s again. I'm not going to keep them.
Courtesy pass.
We have 3 to get rid of. 6, 7, and 8.
So.
Prioritize your discards. I think we're just going to play with 4s, so I'm going to get rid of the winds first, and then the 8s, and then the dragon. The dragon I'm keeping because, again, I might play line number 2.
So. 9 bam. 3 crack. Soap. 8 dot. 6 dot. 2 bam. 2 crack. 1 bam. Call. 4 crack. East. 3 dot.
I didn't call for the 4 because I'm not sure which hand I'm exactly playing, and you're likely to pick it yourself. So I can turn the tile upside down if I was in an in-person game, but because online here, sometimes I'll put a joker next to it to indicate that one went out and that I know I might have to use a joker.
Nine dot. 1 crack. North. 7 bam. 7 crack. 8 bam. Red. 3 crack. 5 bam. 1 crack. 3 crack. Green. 7 bam. North.
Doesn't look like anybody's playing wins this hand.
6 crack.
That's very nice.
South. 9 bam.
You need 4 flowers, so I'll put it with the flowers. Not ready to call for that 4 dot yet. I'm going to let it go because we can make that a pung. Doesn't have to be our Kong. And we can use jokers. We have lots of jokers. Just going to be patient.
One crack. Red. 7 dot. 9 crack.
Yep, there's that 8 again.
9 bam. 8 dot. 8 crack.
Flower, perfect.
North. 9 crack.
We do need 4 flowers. We could
bam.
set our hand up to
6
be ready to
dot.
call for everything. Joker swap.
Joker
Don't
swap.
forget them. They're very important in your game.
8 dot.
Let's set our hand up.
5
We
dot.
can call for our 4s and call for our flowers. We can use the joker for the 4 bams to call for a Kong. Depending on what 4 gets discarded, we can call for it. We're all set. It's a good spot to be in.
6 crack. 6 dot.
Perfect. Another flower.
8 bam.
We are ready.
5 bam. Call. 7 dot. 9 crack. 3 bam. 1 crack. 6 crack. 9 dot. 8 bam. 7 bam. 8 crack. 6 crack. Green. 2 bam.
If a flower, 4 bam, 4 crack, or 4 dot gets discarded, we can call it for Mahjong.
Green. North. 6 bam. 7 crack. 2 bam. 7 dot.
And there it is. We have Mahjong. And it doesn't matter where you put the jokers. You could put it with the 4 bams for your Kong, or you can put it with the 4 dots. But we have 4 flowers, 3 4 bams, our Kong of 4 dots, and 3 4 cracks, our Pong. Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Yay for us. Let's look what everybody else was playing. We got 35 points for that hand. We got 25 for the hand and 10 because we picked it ourselves. And let's look at Amstead. He was playing East and West with 1, 2, line number 3, with Kongs of 1s, Kongs of 2s, and 2 different suits consecutive. Annie was playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line number 5, 4 flowers, the multiplication hand. 5 times 7 is 35. And Kurt was playing consecutive run, 2 flowers, 1, 2, 3, in 3 different suits. He had a long way to go. Okay, let's start our next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. We have we have a nice little run here, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have no pairs, so let's collect every 4, 5, 6, 7 in any suit. So we're playing some sort of consecutive run. So we'll get rid of all the low and high numbers and collect 4, 5, 6, 7. Got a west, a 1. Maybe we should keep that west. Maybe we can play east and west with 4, 5, 6, 7 or 5, 6, 7. And I don't think we'll use the red. Oh, we got our first pair of 7 dots. We'll keep all 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's get rid of this 4.
Second Charleston.
Continue.
Second Charleston.
It's not a 4, 5, if it's not a 5, 6, 7, we'll get rid of it. Got another pair and a 6.
Courtesy pass.
Oh, we have that 4, 5, 6, 7. We have that 5, 6, 7 with west. Let's get rid of the 4 and the 5. Maybe we can play line number 4, 1, 2, 3 with 5, 6, 7, but then they're singles. And then the other option is to play east and west with the run of 5, 6, 7. And then we could even play the quint, line number 2 with the numbers 7 and 5 with west. So we just have 2 to get rid of.
8 bam,
Discards, and we just have 2 right now that we're really looking to get rid of. Maybe we could even play the closed hand of 6-7, 6-7, 8 with the 8 crack.
flower. 1 crack, soap. Red. 9 crack, soap. 7 crack, 4 bam. 8 crack, red. 9 bam. 4 dot, flower.
Oh, a west, perfect.
9 bam, south. 7 crack, green, call.
4
7
green
crack,
dragons.
6 bam,
We have a 7, let's keep it. Let's get rid of this 8. Maybe we could just play 5, 6, 7, 8 with flowers. Line number 3, although we don't have any flowers. Let's get rid of the 8.
8 crack, red. North. 4 dot, 1 dot. 2 bam, soap. 5 bam,
Oh, there's that 8 again.
8 crack, 2 bam. 8 bam, flower.
Joker, we like jokers. Again, maybe we'll go ahead and play that quint hand. Let's get rid of the 7.
7 bam, 2 dot, call. 9 crack, 9 dot. 7 crack, 8 bam, 7 bam.
Great, that's perfect, Joker.
6
Definitely
bam.
this quint hand is coming
1 bam.
together.
2 bam, 9 dot.
5, 6, 7. Oh, we could play line number 3 with 2 flowers, but we don't have the flowers. I'm going to push myself and go for the quint hand.
5 dot, 9 crack, 1 dot. 4 bam, south. 1 bam, flower. 7 bam,
Oh, now we get the east. Now I'm going to go back to east and west with 5, 6, 7 and get rid of those 5s. Obviously, playing a Winded Dragon hand is much easier than a quint hand. So let's get rid of the 5 bams. We can put the jokers with the east, and then we just need a 6 dot, and we're pretty set for that quint hand. We're pretty set for that line number 3 east and west hand. Let's get rid of the 5 bam.
5 bam, 9 crack, 6 crack, 9 dot. 3 dot, 4 dot. 3 dot, 9 dot. 8 bam, 1 dot. 7 dot.
7 dot, we don't need it.
4 bam, 6 bam, 1 crack. 5 crack,
No one's discarded the 6 dots yet.
south.
I guess Annie could be playing the dragons with news. We don't really know what Kurt's playing. He can be playing 2024, although the whites are all out.
1 bam, 4 dot. West,
So we can call that for a Kong.
call. 5 bam, north. 1 bam, 8 crack.
Hopefully we can get that 2 dot Joker
7
exchange.
dot. 1 crack,
There's the east. I don't typically like doing this with 2 jokers, but I'm going to put it out because we just need a single for the 6 dot for the win.
call.
A lot of flowers have been discarded, not too concerned. I'm going to discard the flower.
flower. 3 crack.
Now I'm sure they'll take my jokers. Not thrilled about it because that can give somebody Mahjong.
Joker swap.
Kurt did a joker swap.
3 dot. 4 bam. North. 3 bam.
Kurt has 2 and 3 up. Probably line number 3 with 2 flowers. Oh, we get to do the joker swap for the green dragon, although we don't need that joker.
Joker. 6 bam. 9 bam. 9 bam. 6 crack. 2 crack. Joker swap.
Did a joker
Mahjong.
swap and then 1 Mahjong. She swapped for the 2 dot on her turn and got Mahjong. Congratulations to Annie. She won with consecutive run line number 2. I was pretty proud of our hand. We had East and West with 5, 6, 7, just waiting for the 6 dot. And Kurt had 1 and Amstead. There was still 1 in the tiles remaining. Amstead was playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 1, Pung Pung, Kong Kong, 2 different suits, line number 1. Annie was playing 3, 4, 5, 6 with opposite dragons, line number 2. She had her pairs. And Kurt was playing consecutive run, line number 3, pair flowers, 2, 3, 4 in Kongs. He had no 4s, but he had my 6 dot. He was in competition with Annie and Amstead with the 4s. We had a pretty nice hand. I'm pretty proud of it. Let's show remaining tiles. There's the other 6 dot that we were looking for. On to our next game.
First Charleston.
So our by suit, we have the number 2 crack. So we have 2, 3, and we have a pair of 5 bands. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stay with the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, consecutive run, and get rid of everything else. Oh, now we have 2, 3, 4. Opposite dragon with green, and now we have a pair of 4s and a pair of green dragons. So let's break up these 5s. That would be line number 2 we're looking at. Oh, we got the 1. That's very nice. Then another green dragon. So we're looking at line number 2. We only have 2 tiles. So I don't usually do this, but I'm going to have to stop the Charleston. Line number 2 is a pair of 1s, 3 2s, opposite dragons, 3 3s, and a pair of 4s. I'm going to stop the Charleston and just exchange 2 in the courtesy.
South, courtesy pass. South.
And Annie doesn't want to exchange any with me. So we're into the game.
8 crack. North. Soap. 7 bam. 6 bam. 3 dot. East. 4 dot. 6 dot. East. West. 9 bam. 7 dot. Red. 8 dot. 1 dot. 2 dot. 8 crack. 8 bam. 3 bam. 9 bam.
Calling for anything, we're just being patient. Oh, 9s are up with 2 jokers. That's pretty crazy. You can take those jokers and you can win Mahjong on them.
Bam. Joker swap. 8 dot.
There's your first joker swap.
3 crack.
Oh, another joker. That's nice. This hand's coming together.
1 bam. 6 dot. 7 dot. 5 bam.
Wow, another
Call.
one.
8 bam.
Oh my goodness. Look at all these jokers. It might be time to switch hands. Maybe we can play line number 7. Having line number 2, you need a pair of ones, and we don't have that, and so I don't really want to get rid of these jokers, so it's probably better to switch to a different hand, and we'll get rid of the dragons. We'll start with 1 green dragon, but let's set our hand up. We have 3 1s, 3 2s, and we're ready to call for everything. I'm going to get rid of the green.
7 bam.
Now if a 1 crack comes in, we can rearrange our hand and go back to line number 2, which would be a pair, 3 2s, a Kong of green, and we have our pair of 4s already with a
East.
Pung of 3s.
West. 8 crack. 2 dot. North.
You don't need that 2 bam.
1 crack.
Up there it is, the 1 crack. So let's rearrange our hand. We need a pair of 1 cracks, and we need the 4 green dragons and Pung of 3s. Certainly have enough jokers. And our pair of 4s. We are set. Everything looks beautiful. And we Mahjong. It was good to get rid of the green.
Mahjong.
Okay, let's look at everybody. We got 25 points for that hand because Amstead discarded it, and he got negative 10 points for giving a discard. Let's look at everybody else's hand. Amstead was playing line number 2, which is 2 flowers, 1 3, pair matching 6s with a Pung of 9s, and then you can play it with 3s, 6s, or 9s, and he played it with 9s. Annie was playing line number 1, any like numbers, with 4 flowers, 3 1s, 4 1s, and 3 1s. She had a long way to go. She was missing a lot of jokers. She was in competition with me with the 1 crack. Any like numbers for Kurt, 4 flowers, and the 5s. Had a long way to go. Let's look at the leaderboard. I won 3 games. Pretty happy about my games today. Annie won 1, and Amstead lost 10 points because threw the tile to me. Thank you for joining me this evening. I was pretty happy with all my games I play. If you're a canasta player, you can head on over to Canasta Class on YouTube and check out those. You can type in the little magnifying glass for any topics that you wish to cover. I will post new videos on Canasta Class on Mondays at 6:30, and new videos get posted on Mah Jongg Class on Tuesdays at 6:30. Be sure to subscribe and hit the button and give me a thumbs up for today's video. And if you'd like, you can email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com if you would like to be notified via email to all the videos when I post them. Thank you for being here, and please put any comments below about the video. I appreciate you, and thank you for your support for the Mah Jongg Class channel. Until next time, have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.